And when I say inner well-being, this should not be underestimated, because how you are within yourself, just think about it. Doesn't it have an influence on so many other people's lives? Whether we know it or whether we don't know it, whether it's direct or whether it's indirect, every small action that we do in life, it has an influence on so many other people's lives. So it's not just a question of your inner well-being. Even if somebody, as far as I'm concerned, even if somebody's living in a cave somewhere, totally isolated from the world, completely secluded from the rest of humanity, just his very being, just the stuff that he's carrying inside his mind, just that alone actually has an influence on the environment around you. Generally we usually understand that, yes, your environment can influence the mind, but isn't it also true the other way? The mind also has an influence on the environment. They cannot be separated. So this is like an open door where energies are moving in two directions. The environment is influencing the mind, and similarly, the mind is influencing the environment. They cannot be separated. So when I talk about individual well-being, this should not be underestimated. What kind of inner state you are carrying within yourself, whether we know it or whether we don't know it, it has an influence on so many other people's lives. Have you ever noticed, sometimes if you're just sitting in the presence of somebody, let's say he's totally depressed, and just by sitting in his presence, you feel like your energies are being drained, like they're being drained out of you. Actually, this is where the idea of a vampire comes from. You know what a vampire? Of course, everybody knows of a vampire. It reflects such a deep psychological truth, because there are some people who are psychological vampires. They have no real life source of their own, so they depend on sucking energies from other human beings. And just by being in the presence of these psychological vampires, just the very being of them, you feel like you're simply being drained of energy. As we have a science and a technology to explore the outside world and to bring human well-being in the outside world, similarly, there is also a science and a technology to explore the inner dimension for inner human well-being. And unless these two are balanced together, then we are not heading in a good direction.